All right, this is going to be Geometry, Unit 2, Lesson 5. We are on angle and side proportionality. You guys want to say hello?
Andrea!
All right.
I miss hitting you.
So far we know a few names. Let's do a quick little bit of review. So if I give you side lengths,
Don't do that.
what are the different names of triangles that we know? We already did this on the board, so hopefully this is just regurgitation. We know isosceles. We know scalene. We know what else? Equilateral. All right, is that all that we know so far for side lengths? All right, what if I give you angles? What names of triangles do we know if I only give you angles?
Right. Acute, obtuse.
Okay, only one.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Christopher.
Right, acute,
Give them all away.
obtuse, and one more.
Say it, Chris, go. Equilateral.
Thank you. And we have equilateral.
And Chris has anger problems.
And for some reason I did all caps on the right and all lowercase on the left. I don't know why, but anyway, side lengths and angles. They should probably all just be lowercase or all capital, all one way or the other. So our goal today is making sure that we can bridge this gap to see if we can figure out if I only give you angles, then we can figure out if it's a scalene triangle or not. And you might have already figured that out, so this will be a quick lesson. And here we go. So proportionality. So there's actually a rule that goes with this. It's called the rule of sines. I don't know if we actually hit it in this unit, but it actually gives us how to calculate exactly what those side angle relationships are so we can figure out what the remaining angles are. But I will give you this basic rule. So we'll say angles are proportional to sides. So what do I mean by this? If I go ahead and make myself a triangle, and your eyes lie, I'm just saying that we might have some weird triangle, and I say that this is 30 degrees, this is 60 degrees, and this is 90 degrees. So it does add up to 180. I did make a true triangle. I can tell you which of those lengths are the longest. So let me label our triangle too. I'm going to say that this is triangle A, B, C. So go ahead and make the same triangle in your notes. I know which one of these lines is the longest. Does anyone have a guess?
How long?
AC? That's a good guess.
Yeah.
Is everyone on the same page? Everyone thinks it's AC?
The longest.
The longest line segment, according to the angles.
For sure.
Sure, everyone's okay. So it's actually AB.
What?
So the way that you do proportionality is you do the opposite, and I'll make a star here. Side is, well, this is like our little note. Side is opposite of the angle. I don't even know. Okay. Opposite means something very specific in mathematics. Maybe you like the word other side. So if I look at this angle, 90 degrees, which is down here at C, the opposite of this is on the other side of 90. So this side AB is the opposite side of 90 degrees. So if everything is proportional, then the number with the biggest angle, essentially, opposite side of that will have the biggest side length. So the biggest angle in our case was 90. Opposite of 90 is AB. So I can say in that example, AB is the longest line segment. All right. So using that same logic, you guys need to tell me which one is the shortest line segment.
There's a crime scene.
BC is the shortest. Yeah, you have it, Eva. And someone else explain why Eva is right. Why is BC the shortest line
Because
segment?
AB is the longest, so it's the opposite.
That's a good guess, but not quite because
No,
we can't. We know that AB is the longest, but that doesn't really tell us which one is the shortest. That means it's between BC and AC. How did she choose BC? Did she guess 50-50? Flipped a coin for it? I think Eva had a reason for it. Can someone else figure out what reason Eva had? Why is... Oh, yes. You're going to respond?
Because it looks longer.
Because it looks longer? You have to be careful because I purposely drew this triangle not to scale. So that's not the reason either, but it's another good attempt. I like how everyone is trying to participate. Gio, off your phone.
Yeah, you could just cut things off and you used That's disrespectful.
All right, Eva, explain why you decided that BC was the shortest.
Because 30, the opposite of 30 is BC.
Yeah, and 30, why did you choose 30?
Because it's the smallest thing.
All right, so did we all catch that? D3, can you repeat what Eva just said?
I don't know.
Okay, Eva, can you repeat it one more time?
BC is the opposite of 30, and 30 is the smallest thing. So it's the opposite of BC.
All right. Did you catch it that time?
Yeah.
All right.
Can you please-
So let's go ahead and see if we can try another example here. I'm going to go the same type of direction. I'm going from an angle to a side length, and you guys need to go back and forth. If I give you side lengths, you can get to the smallest angle. If I give you an angle, you can get to the largest side length. So another example. Go ahead and just make an arbitrary triangle. Maybe I can make it line segments to make a really random triangle. So some triangle that doesn't even look like what it's actually going to be labeled as. And again, we're going to label it ABC, A, B, C. All right, I'm going to tell you that this is 21 degrees. I'm going to say that this angle here is 70 degrees. And I'm not even going to tell you the last thing. I'll make you do a little bit of work here. All right, I want to know what is the longest side of triangle ABC. All right. What is the longest side? All right, so you guys should figure out that you might need all the angles. So how do we do that? And do that on your own. You don't need to answer. Find all the angles, and then from there, use your knowledge of the last slide to figure out which is the longest side.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
I'm a little mental.
There are 180 degrees for the interior of a triangle when I add up all the
Yeah,
angles.
you add up those numbers.
Chris has got it. All right, so everyone's working, doing a good job. Did you figure it out what that remaining angle is, Gio? Okay.
I did it. I never did.
Gio, do you want to give us an angle to make sure everyone's on the same page?
Let me check first.
All right.
89.
89? Did everyone else get 89?
Yeah.
All right. So therefore, what is the longest side? Someone aside from Gio.
Where would be 8? Can you say it? Math is always wrong.
Chris, did you have an answer?
No, they're usually wrong, so they talk.
All right. Yeah, Steph.
BC.
BC, you're correct. Explain. How'd you get that?
Well,
Eva whispered in my ear, and
no.
I just guessed.
You just guess? 1 in 3
Can I
chance and you got
explain?
it?
Can I explain?
Because I mean, 21 is the smallest one and something opposite, so it's CB.
Okay, so not quite the correct logic, but I agree with you. 21 is the smallest angle, but opposite of 21 is this side length over here. It's kind of where, if I look at a triangle and I see an angle, it's where the angle is pointing to. This angle is pointing to this side. This angle over here is pointing to this side. This angle up here is pointing down here. It's where it's pointing. So where is the largest angle then?
So wouldn't it be?
So it is CB, but I need someone to explain it back to me correctly before I can move on. And you can try again if you'd like, Steph. No? You did a good job though. Like you made the effort. I want you to keep trying.
Oh my god.
Good job.
How do we use this largest angle, 89 degrees, to figure out that the longest side length is CB? There's just one quick little fact that you need to know.
Jack, can you guess?
Yeah.
Someone explain it back to me.
Probably Andreas is playing right now.
Andrea's like, well.
So why is BC?
BC is the opposite of 89.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Say it one more time, Eva.
BC is on the opposite side of 89.
Exactly. And I can explain that with a picture as well. The same way that we know that we're pointing down here in this example, 89, the opposite angle is all the way down here on the other side, where this angle is pointing. This angle is pointing to this side. Maybe another good way of thinking about it is it's the side that isn't touching the angle. What is not touching 89 degrees? Well, it's this length down here, CB. CB is the opposite of 89, therefore it corresponds to having the highest length. The highest angle gives you the highest length. All right? Now someone explain to me and find what is the shortest side length on this triangle.
Would be AC.
Shortest side
I
length.
just.
So you think AC?
Oh.
Steph wants to give it another go?
No.
Give me 10 seconds to let us all think, though. I'm going to call on you in those 10 seconds, but give us 10 seconds to think. Which one is the shortest side length? Raise your hand if you think you got it. I'm still going to call on Steph, but I want to see who has it. Kind of Geo. All right, Steph, give it to us.
Easy.
Why is it AB?
Because 21 is the smallest number and then it's the opposite.
Very nice, yeah. You're correct. Everyone agree? Well, hopefully you agree because I just told you that it's correct, but maybe I should have asked that question before. All right.
Wait, did I say? I said AC, right?
Yeah.
I think you did. All right, and then lastly in our notes, we need to go the other direction. So the other direction means this. Draw yourself some random triangle, and I will tell you some facts about our triangle ABC.
It's not fair.
I'm going to tell you that this is 10, 9, and 7. I need you to find the smallest angle.
Okay.
Obviously, this is
Hey. Chill out.
I want to fight.
Just fight JR.
I need something.
The last time I just-
Smallest angle. Once you think you have it, can you raise a quiet hand, please? One person has it? 2 people have it? Other people are still doing some calculations.
Wait, what?
So you're raising your hand once you think you found the smallest angle. I see 2 people with hands up, 3 people, 4 people. Yeah, Fiona, can you give it to us?
B or ABC?
B, right here?
B.
All right. All right, thumbs up, thumbs down. Agree, disagree.
That is the biggest.
All right, Fiona, why'd you get B for the smallest angle?
Too funny.
It's opposite of 7.
What should be the opposite?
Yeah, it's the opposite of 7. That's all I'm looking for. Thank you. And are there any questions about this lesson? Otherwise, we're going into the summary. All right, good job. Say goodbye to Andrea.